Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. And giving us the rundown from the sidelines, reporter Allie LaForce. All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Stephen Curry is out there with Kuminga. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. And for Houston, Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Amen Thompson out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's still early in the season, Grant, but most coaches have their rotations worked out by now.
They really do, but if they don't, they better figure it out soon. You don't want to be tinkering with your lineups any later than this.
Van Vliet scanning the floor, and he converts the layup.
This is how Van Vliet beats you, being smart and crafty with his dribble.
Curry against Van Vliet. Butler on the wing. Kuminga, the pass to Curry. Brooks against Butler. Back to Curry. Just 4 to shoot. Over Van Vliet. No good. A bit long that time. Down low. Back to Thompson.
Watch the screen.
Looney grabs a miss. Golden State with the ball. Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who is able to talk with Ime Udoka.
And no surprise, Steph Curry was the topic of conversation on how they'll defend Steph. Coach laughed, is there a way? I mean, this guy is not just a shooter. Steph's ball handling, his passing, it's what makes him an all-time great. It's always a pleasure to watch Steph Curry, and we get another chance to tonight. Guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Curry. On the wing, Green. No good there. Thompson with some nice D. The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And it's Green missing. The Warriors have gone 1 for 3 so far. After years of finishing at the bottom of the West, things are looking up for the Rockets, Clark.
You know, B.A., they've done a really good job of drafting and developing players. That combination can allow you to move forward. And along with signing complementary veterans, that adds to the mix as well. And they've done a nice job. And they've got future draft capital, too. So the Rockets are certainly on the rise.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. After the basket by Houston. Pass to Butler. Second chance shot. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Şengün. These are his first free throws of the game.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
And he drops the first. That misses, so he splits the free throws. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. And there's Thompson on the assist from Van Vliet.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now here's Kuminga. Butler with the ball. Stolen by Thompson. Brooks with it. Now guarded by Butler. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. And the three-pointer goes. Van Vliet's got 5 now.
And their transition offense triggering this run.
And here's Curry. Three-pointer. They get it again. Green. Nice D from Thompson.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Here's Green. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Warriors trail by 9. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Butler. Good work defensively by Brooks.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot. And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
The open shot by Thompson. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And that one's good for Brooks. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Rockets.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
Curry against Şengün. To halt the run. And it's Curry laying it in.
Love the intensity from Curry, finding a way to work through the contact.
The NBA becoming more and more global, Clark. Şengün, a perfect example of that.
Yeah, Alperen Şengün out of Turkey. Right now on the fast track to being the best player to ever come out of his homeland. So still very young, but boy, his future is quite bright.
All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Easton's checked in. Since being selected in the 21 draft, Alperen Şengün has really improved.
Yeah, from 9 points per game as a rookie to over 20 in his third year. Şengün has averaged about 5 assists per game over a season. A huge number for a 6'11" post guy. He is so skilled.
The thing that stands out about Şengün is how crafty he is in the post. Excellent footwork and a lot of moves.
Now here's Curry. He had 25 points in his last game, and that one's good. Green.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Curry against Van Vliet. Pass to Thompson. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Van Vliet's got 3 assists now in this one. And Curry's got the ball here for the Warriors. Down by 12. They're getting their first look of the season at the Rockets in this one.
They're looking to make amends for their poor showing against this team last season.
A team that on paper they expect to beat. Great teams take care of business against the bottom feeders. We'll see if they can handle that end of the bargain here tonight.
Here's Green. Outside for Butler. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the left wing. Kuminga, the pass to Butler. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Onto the floor for your Rockets, Jabari Smith.
Green for 3. The first quarter concludes, and a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. It's Houston. They lead by 12. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Rockets here, they've really been putting on a show.
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Kuminga is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Butler in at the 3. An open look for Smith. Rebounded by Butler. Warriors trail by 12. Here's Green. Outside for Butler. Thompson with a steal. And here we go. The Rockets in transition. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And attacking with reckless abandon. Somehow Thompson able to get through.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low. Teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
Now here's Butler. In his last outing, 10 points for him. Outside for Green. Just 5 on the clock. Off target from 3-point range. Houston leading by 15. Inside, here's Easton. And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Curry. There he is, the three-point king, delivers on cue. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And with this pause, a check on the stats to show you which teams led the league in assists last year. The Warriors, 4th.
Well, I thought this team last season was a team that had some beautiful dimes. I mean, they would spread the floor with their ball movement and spacing and player movement. It was a beautiful thing to watch. Nice passes leading to baskets.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for Houston. Pass to Eason. The 3 is up. And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
Butler. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Butler just excellent at finding ways to get to the stripe, especially when he's near the basket.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. So, Clark, you think the winner of the NBA Cup should be guaranteed an automatic playoff bid?
Man, that's interesting. I think it could make for a more competitive tournament. So if that would be the outcome, then I would be all for it. But what happens if the tournament winner is the #1 seed at the end of the season? I think you'd have to find alternative incentives then, B.A.
Pass to Şengün. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. VanVleet finds Eason. There's the drive. Looney grabs a miss. Looney's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Butler surveying the floor. Pass to Looney. Rockets with a rebound. You know, last game they matched up with the Mavs. A tough loss there.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Clark, what catches your eye about Jalen Green at a fundamental level?
Well, it starts with his pure explosiveness. That just jumps out at anybody because he's jumping over everybody. Okay? The way he can get up and down the floor and hang and lift. And that's what stands out, his athleticism. And he's actually rounding off some of the rough edges in his game that makes him kind of scary as we go forward.
Brooks, he's checked in for Thompson. VanVleet against Curry. Outside, Green. There's the 3. Looney grabs a miss. Looney's got 7 rebounds in the game. Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Eason. They get the rebounds. Outside for Green. Back to Butler. Tries again. Butler right to the heart.
Look, he's not the bulkiest guy in terms of his frame, but Butler is really fearless and plays with great confidence and toughness, and it's hard to stop him because of that.
Here's Curry. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Curry's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Eason, pass to Brooks. And the bucket is good.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Now here's Curry. He's got 11. There's the triple. And the Warriors with another three.
It's obvious he's taking it upon himself to try and keep them alive.
And Brooks has got the ball here for Houston. They're leading by 8. And at home for the next game, it'll be New York pulling in to face them. It'll be the second of 3 straight games on their home floor.
Jimmy Butler showing us some nice moves and strong handles, too.
The Rockets have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Here's Brooks. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Easton. Steps back and shoots. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Looney's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Curry. Look at Chef Curry cooking it up inside.
Huge night for Curry and a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Butler for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. And it's now only a 1-point Rocket lead.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
And that one's good for Brooks.
Dylan Brooks comes right back with his own 3. Boy, I love his competitiveness.
The 3 from Curry. No good. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Houston. They're up by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Houston holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny, give us your take.
They came in prepared. The offense is firing on all cylinders. You love the patience, the flow. Very efficient. Valuing possessions is fueling their success right now. This is not a team you want to bet against. At this time.
Jack, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting a timely rebound really difficult. Strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Green is the 2 with Brooks at the 3. Alperon Şengün out there with Amin Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at point guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Basket's good.
It's nice to see they're not settling for 3-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Green. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second personal.
It's going to be on Jonathan Kuminga.
Green's such a hard cover because he's always in attack mode, disruptive to the defense, and makes it hard to guard him.
Warriors trail by 4. Left side Butler. Kuminga, the pass to Curry. Oh, the float game from Curry.
The ball handling of Steph is sometimes undervalued. I mean, he's much more than a shooter. This guy has mad skills as a handler.
Şengün passes to Thompson. Brooks from outside. It's rebounded by Golden State. Looney's got 9 rebounds now. Stolen by Van Vliet. To the inside. And there's Thompson on the assist from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got his 5th assist in this one. And how about the Fred Van Vliet story? From undrafted to all-star and NBA champion.
It's one of the remarkable journeys in the history of the league. There are a number of guys that have gone undrafted and ended up being all-stars and champions. But you think about it, one of the things they have in common in my mind, BA, is a real understanding of who they are and what it's going to take to be successful. And then the willingness to put in the work and not be distracted by naysayers or the glamour of being a pro. They've got a real anchoring as to who they are and what their business is about, and then they maximize their ability. That's Fred Van Vliet in a nutshell.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Rockets showing improvement. Head coach Ime Udoka said, quote, when you rely on your young guys, you're constantly trying to instill habits that'll carry them for the rest of their careers. It's mistakes and tendencies you have to try to break continually. Just staying positive. We see glimpses of how close we can be.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. Whitmore comes in for Brooks. Now here's Van Vliet. 5 points in the game. Shoots over Curry. Rebounded by Green. Here we go, one-on-one. All the way to the rim. Curry.
Boy, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. 2-point game. It's Thompson, high post. Over Looney. Shot's good by Thompson. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter.
A confident shot from Amen. I mean, when he trusts his J, Thompson is that much more difficult to check.
Curry from deep three-point land. Thompson pulls it in. For Houston, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Here's Whitmore outside. Looney grabs a miss. Looney's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Butler. So crafty around the rim.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Pass to Green. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And they earned a place in the top 5 for fast break points. This squad really knew how to make the most of the open court and punish their opponents in transition.
And as you said, a great year for them on the glass. They battled down low.
Well, Jalen Green is a product of G League Ignite and clearly showing other folks there's a new path for potential lottery picks to take.
Landale's checked in for the Rockets. Eason comes in for Fred Van Vliet. Rockets trail by 3. Outside, Green. Smith outside. Butler against Eason. Chalk up 2 there. Eason's gotten his first basket of the night.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Butler. He's got 12. 1:44 left in the third quarter. Back to Kuminga. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 3 assists tonight.
Throughout the second half, they've achieved excellent efficiency on the offensive end.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it can probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting it.
Oh, the fire from Green. No one plays with more passion than Draymond.
Timeout call. Houston.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Let's see some of the numbers here for Stephen Curry.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Little Tippers. Get loud for them once again.
To the middle. Here's Eason. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Eason's gotten 4 this quarter.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop.
Out left to the wing. Here's Kuminga. Ooh, it's stolen by Eason.
Warriors foul. Jimmy Butler.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
You know, this is an example of why conditioning can be so important. I mean, it can be critical. They continue to sprint the floor, and there's no let up in sight.
Well, they've also been impressive forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end. And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Here's Green. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on Draymond Green.
Green is really dangerous on the drive, and recognizing that, the defense ended up committing a foul.
And both free throws good for Green. The Warriors lead by 3. Now Curry. He's got 26. And we've got 28 seconds left in the third. Clock at 6. Lets it fly. Misses off the right iron.
That's 2 points they should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again.
Eason against Butler. And he's going for the lob. And Looney with the slam.
The assist.
Woo!
I just love that alley-oop slam, PA.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. On the court for Golden State to start the 4th. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Stephen Curry is out there with Kuminga. And it's Butler in at the 3. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Golden State Warriors. On Monday, they'll be taking on Chris Middleton and the Washington Wizards. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Al Horford and the Boston Celtics.
The upside of road trips, like the one they have scheduled, is you really get a chance to come together as a team. It's a great way to get closer with your squad and build trust among your teammates.
Here's Butler. Outside Kuminga. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Rockets trail by 5. Smith outside. Over to the left wing. That's good from Eason on the assist by Smith.
Great dime that time by Smith Jr. there. You see the floor awareness really starting to improve.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
They're finally taking care of the ball and playing with a little more intelligence. Turnovers were a problem early on.
We look at all the turnovers. Boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
Pass to Eason to take the lead. And Houston, another 3.
As bad as he was in the first half, that's how good he's been since.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone now. Curry with it. Now here's Butler, defended by Eason. Butler with emphasis.
Look, that's exactly what you want to see from Butler. He's at his best when he's attacking the rack.
And so Thompson will bring it up for Houston. And And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Smith passes to Thompson. Shoots over Curry. Thompson's shot is off.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Curry looking it over. To the wing on the left. Kuminga, the pass to Butler. And out of bounds. Houston will have it. Fred VanVleet is checked in for the Rockets. And it's the Rockets with the ball.
Warriors foul.
A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Third personal foul.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. VanVleet against Curry. VanVleet, the pass to Eason. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Thompson.
Boy, I love the energy Green plays defense with. He's always contesting the shot.
And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
Golden State ball.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
Eason. And a great assist by VanVleet as that one goes. Eason's got 9 points now in the quarter. Here's Butler. That one is off. Eason with some nice D. Houston has gone 3 for 3 from downtown in this fourth quarter. Butler with the bucket.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Outside Whitmore. And here's Eason. Again, Houston.
And after being held scoreless in the first half, he's starting to turn it on.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Şengün with a steal. Back comes Houston in transition. They get it back.
It's such a big help to your defense when your smaller players can snatch down rebounds in traffic.
Butler passes to Green. To the wing, right side. And here's Kuminga for 3. Connects from downtown. And the Warriors lead by 1.
Part of Draymond's value, the playmaking he gives you out in the front court.
Timeout called. Houston. All right, we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
Well, I tell you what, it's been so much fun watching him do his thing out here. I mean, the game is looking effortless for him, and he's riding that wave of confidence and momentum, which has allowed him to completely take over and dominate.
Brooks, he's checked in for Houston. Jalen Green comes in for Whitmore. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Butler. Pass to Looney. Back to Butler.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Green. Eason with some nice D.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Now here's VanVleet. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Looney's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Curry passes to Butler. Butler takes it in. Green. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Butler's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's VanVleet. And here's Green from the arc. And Houston, another 3.
Cold-blooded shot in the clutch. And a big moment right there from Jalen Green.
The Warriors trailing. Here's Curry. Pass to Looney. And And he drops it in from the low post.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Van Vliet can't hit that one. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Outside Curry to the paint. Fader on the way. Fades and shoots. That one off the back iron and out. And it's Houston's ball. They led by as many as 18. Here's Van Vliet. That's to Easton from downtown. It's rebounded by Golden State. And he lobs it up. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Curry with a steal. Green with the ball. Guarded by Van Vliet. Counted!
I tell you what, Steph Curry, somebody lit a fire under him.
Timeout call. Houston.
The Rockets call.
They're down by 2. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
A chance to tie it up here.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
16 seconds left in the final quarter.
On to the floor for your Rockets. Thompson.
Brooks outside. Here's Thompson. Oh, it falls! And tie game! Huge basket right there. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Left side Curry over Van Vliet. Oh, had a chance to win it right there. Couldn't get it to fall. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. And so it's Houston with it. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Thompson out there with Steven Adams. And it's Brooks in at the 3. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Showing zero fear. Thompson handles the pressure of the big moment. Way to go, Amen.
Right side Green over Butler. And it's Green missing.
And that's not the look they wanted. The defender was right there.
Oh, Brooks with the steal. Here's Thompson. Yes, it's good. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter.
The fancy dribbling from Thompson. I mean, showing he's not afraid to take some risk on offense.
And here's Kuminga for 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
Houston has gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. Houston calls timeout.
The fans, make some noise if you want a free T-shirt.
Alperen Şengün's checked in for Adams.
Alperen Şengün.
And what action in this one. We're about a minute into overtime.
2 minutes remaining in overtime. 2 minutes.
Van Vliet outside. To the inside. Şengün. Looney grabs a miss. Looney's Golden State has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Outside Curry. Oh, Curry just weaving his way through traffic. Still knocks it in.
Curry is a guy you can trust to get it done when it needs to be done.
And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. They trail by 1. Thompson finds Van Vliet. Here's Şengün. And Green comes to help. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. And And Houston has possession. Thompson passes to Van Vliet. 6 to shoot. Looking to get back on track. And right through it goes! And the Rockets lead by 1.
Van Vliet knows his team needs him to deliver much in the clutch. So all he does is dial up that intensity. No fear in Butler, not afraid of anybody. Poise personified. Takes pride in stepping up when the game is on the line.
The Rockets have gone 3 for 6 from the floor here in OT. Knocked loose. Here's Thompson. And he banks in the layup. Thompson's got 23.
Another one from Thompson. They just can't match his athleticism.
Here's Curry. Pass to Butler. Back to Curry. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And if you can't force the turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. Here's the one saving grace in that.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
Boy, how consistently good Steph's been over the course of his career. Really remarkable. What a teammate, what a leader, what a player. He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
And the Warriors call time here. They lead by 1. 46 seconds left in the OT period. A 3 from the inbound. It's hauled in by Houston.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
And nails the tray!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Thompson with a steal. Green with the ball. Kuminga defends. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Now the Warriors with it.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Not over yet. You see why they trust Curry. I mean, give him the route and let him make a play.
Timeout called. Houston. Pass to Van Vliet. Thompson outside. Outside for Brooks. And buries it from deep.
Man, he's on fire. Playing patient basketball, not forcing shots.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. They're down by 3. Only 2 seconds left to play in overtime. All right, guys, what do you think?
Obviously, the 3 would tie it. They have to make 1 extra pass to get a better shot. I think they might have a chance, just enough time to do that.
And a deep 3 from Curry. No good. And so it's the Rockets who come out on top here. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end. Whew.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Fred, no surprise, a great defensive showing tonight. What is it that makes this team so suffocating at that end of the floor?
Well, I think we're getting pretty good effort from each guy individually. I think we're finding our package defensively as a team, as a coaching staff, and just kind of gelling and putting together individual game plans from the coaches and trying to execute it.
No doubt. Thanks, Fred.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.